Hello, this is Waylon Myhan, and this is my social justice playlist. We'll start off with the group U2, and U2's Pride is the first song. Pride was released in 1984. U2 is a well known group uh, known for making political and social statements in their music. This particular song is about the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during the Civil Rights Movement. Although not totally about the movement itself, I believe that the song still embodies what King stood for and what he tried to spread. Um, One lyric that's in there is early morning, April 4th, shots ring out in the Memphis sky. Free at last, they took your life. They could not take your pride. In the name of love, what more in the name of love? I think this song's message about love and peace and is clearly visible, and I don't see any hidden symbolism here. Next, we have Alicia Keys with her song Girl on Fire. This was released back in 2012. Now, I take the meaning behind these lyrics for Girl on Fire as a song that empowers women, burning through any obstacle in their paths. When I think of this song, and this is about to be a geek moment, but I think the Phoenix from X-Men when I hear this song. Everyone into X-Men knows that the Phoenix is portrayed as one of the most, if not the most powerful mutant. I think it's pretty effective. The song that is that's effective in empowering females. Next, we have Public Enemy with Fight the Power. This was released back in 1989. This song was made famous by the movie Do the Right Thing, which I might have to pop in sometime this weekend after doing this project. This song was about, uh, about economic and racial inequality. But really, this song is so universal. You can play snippets of this song. I mean, it can be used for almost any movement. Uh, it's a in your face, direct song, so it's definitely beyond effective. One line that I love in here, it says, "My beloved, let's get down to business. Mental self defensive fitness. Don't rush the show. You gotta go for what you know. Make everybody see in order to fight the powers that be." Um, and while doing this project, I was kind of mad at myself because I was like, man, I should have finished with this slide. I really like this slide. Next, we have Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit. This was released back in 1939. This really has to be one of the darkest and saddest songs I ever heard. This was about anti-lynching. Um, well, it was for anti-lynching because during that time, mainly in the South, black men, women, and children were being murdered. Sometimes they were killed first, and then hung, or sometimes they would die during the hanging. It wasn't uncommon for bodies to be mutilated before, during, or after death. The song painted a pretty clear picture. So the message pretty much was made through those lyrics within the song, and I'm pretty sure that people listening to that song around the world became aware of what was happening in the South or in the United States. Uh, a couple of lines from that song, was pretty descriptive, and she was singing, there was a contrast between the sweet smell of a magnolia tree, and then all of a sudden you get a whiff or a certain sudden rush of burning flesh. It's pretty horrible image. Next, we have the one and only Lady Gaga with Born This Way, which was released back in 2011. This pretty much is another empowerment song that literally says it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bi, lesbian, transgendered, or whatever race you identify with. And those terms and they are basically within this song itself when it was written. I think that this is a very uplifting and inclusive song that's effective in spreading love and positivity. Next, we have the one and only Aretha Franklin with Respect. This song was released back in 1967. It's pretty much another timeless anthem that's often used by women fighting for equality. I think it's one of the greatest songs ever made. Uh, Pretty much the message, the song is pretty clear. Uh, get your act together or lose your woman. Next, we have the Wailers, which has Mr. Bob Marley right there in the front with Get Up, Stand Up. This song was released back in 1973. A long time ago, I heard a story that this song came about when the Wailers were touring in Haiti and they discovered the poor state of the country's citizens. Um, this basically was Fight the Power before Fight the Power existed. So I guess it's good I did go ahead and put that song in the list earlier. The group, basically, they were telling folks in Haiti to get up and stand up for the rights, literally, in their song. But yep, that's it for this one. Next, we have the Beatles with When I'm 64. This song was released in 1967. Like U2, I knew about the Beatles growing up, but I didn't really listen to them until I was like in my late teens and early 20s. Good music. Now, shamefully, I'll admit that I never really listened to this song in its entirety until this project. It's kind of a heartbreaking and sad song once you listen to the lyrics, because it's basically talking about growing old and having somebody to still love you. Now, immediately, this pretty much made me think about ageism and being worried that no one will love you or be there for you when you're old and gray. Wondering if somebody will still be there when you basically have physically and financially broken down. You're not, you don't have the same resources that you had when you were younger or physical abilities. I think it's a beautiful song, but it's not one that I want to really listen to occasionally. Next, we have Melissa Etheridge with Scarecrow. This song was released in 1999. Though I don't really remember this song, I do remember the event that caused this song to be written. It was about the murder of college student Matthew Shepard, all because he was gay. This is another song that you can listen to and visualize what the artist is saying. In this song, she's pretty much calling out all the hidden bigots and monsters who hide amongst us, and pretty much talk about the pain of Matthew Shepard's parents were experiencing, or are experiencing still to this day. And for the last song on my list, we have Macklemore and Ryan Lewis featuring Mary Lambert on the song Same Love, which was released back in 2012. And as you can see here, I don't know if it's hard to read because I had to shrink the font a little bit because there was so much they wrote in this song. But the song basically is about a child. Well, it starts off like with a child pretty much discovering and questioning his own sexuality as a child and dealing with how the hop culture and religious culture that he grew up in, these people that he, grew up around, they hate him, or they seem to hate him because, of his identity. This is another song that I pretty much discovered due to this project. It's amazing how songs can make you feel the pain and struggle with those words, and this is one of those songs that definitely do that. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time to review these songs with me. I encourage you to pop in a CD, stream all of these songs when you get a chance. Thanks.